Hi guys, welcome back to episode 6 of the Cedh the Lost podcast, where we talk about getting lost in Cedh. It's your sleepy friend Bailey here with Nick and Dylan again. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Still here, still suffering.
True.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be talking about maybe some Cedh cards from Murders of Karlov Manor, which I always thought it was Markov Manor because that's like the scary vampire from Innistrad. But we're not on Innistrad, is the fun fact here. So
No, you're not.
I've been
If I went back to Innistrad. Hold up.
No, it's Ravnica.
Oh.
Yes. So I've got it wrong the entire time, but that's okay. You guys didn't need to know that. We have 13 cards to talk about today, and we're going to talk about them in the lens of Cedh, obviously, because that's what we do here. Um, Tournaments
I'm
that are coming.
scared.
Yeah, they don't know the list fully. I made this, so that's exciting. But we have some tournaments coming up that I'm at least going to. Nick might be going to some, and Dylan might be going to one. He is going to one. We have. Hold on, let me cook.
Letting you
In
cook.
2 weeks, we have Cascade Clash, which is held by Aegis Games, and it's going to be in Mount Vernon at some location. I haven't bought in yet. I'm doing that after the episode. I'm really good at this. Next one is CDH5, which is held by Laughing Dragon and Marcus, the boys. That's the end of March. I think March 29th. I could have the date wrong. It's one of the dates. It's a week before Punt City 3, which me and Dylan are going to go to. So that's exciting.
Was Pun City 2? Is
It's
it
Punt City
3?
3.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
it's the
tired.
third year in a row. I'm also tired. But yeah, me and Dylan are going to be there. We both still don't know what we're playing, so that's really good.
You'll figure
I
something
might
Yeah,
be.
out
what
the
are the
night
odds I
before.
just bring Rocco?
I might be bringing my entire collection onto a plane, or
Brew
I'll
the
be
night
playing
of.
Fiddlefip.
Gotta do what
I
you gotta
might be
do.
playing Fiddlefip. We'll see. Um, all right. Yeah, we're gonna go to the first card. I did order it a little bit of good cards and bad cards, or I have the bad cards first, and then progressively the cards should be getting better. I might have messed up the order, but this is what it is. No More Lies. It's a white and a blue instant. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 3. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard.
Hey,
I
this
like this
card's
card.
just bad, I think, right?
I think it's bad in CDH. I was excited for it to play standard or modern with it.
I think I'd rather run generic counterspell over this.
I'd disagree there. Exiling it has a lot of use cases,
True.
in my mind.
Yeah, then paying 3 is a big downside for a 2-cost counterspell.
It is.
Yeah, some people
But
still play
you just
Mana
have to
Leak though.
pick. Yeah, mana leaks use play, and you just have to pick the right
No, it doesn't.
targets for this. And like in against certain decks, exiling a card is going to be a lot more important. Like if you're facing a Kenrith, you want to counter a Dockside, they're just going to reanimate it if you don't. But in this case, you could exile it if you catch them at the right moment, and then they lose that route.
True.
I don't think this will see any play in the format at all.
Uh, I'm going to test it in Elf Show. It's one of my test cards. I haven't gotten to use it yet, but it is in the deck.
Can't wait to pay
I'm
3 for your counterspell.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is your right. You may do
You'll
so.
feel great on my
Yeah.
Adnos.
Well, why are you casting Adnos with 8 mana up?
Counterspells.
You should
Why
be
not?
casting Adnos when you have 3 mana up. If we're being
Yeah,
real.
I feel like a lot of
True.
the time margins run so thin in CDH that you just have to wait for the right moment with a card like this. And even
Yeah,
if like they can pay
there's
for it,
not a
3 mana
lot.
is going to take them off a lot.
Yeah, too many counterspells just get pushed out by a lot of other counter
Okay,
spells in the format.
Nick, are you playing this or Dovin's Veto? Like, if you had to pick one, which one do you like more?
I like the utility of No More Lies. Like thinking about it, Dovin's Veto
Yeah,
is it's strong and uncounterable, which is fantastic, but it's more limited in its targets. And lately, there's a lot of creatures that are scary or that I don't want hitting the board.
true.
So the flexibility of being able to hit creatures to me is really big in the current meta.
I mean,
And
this
then
Yeah,
is
that's fair.
exiling
delay.
the card, I am also on delay. I'm also on spell snare.
What
Mana
about
drain.
Deny Access? Is that the name of the spell? The one
Yeah.
that counters and then is a silence?
um, I
I
don't
think
know
that
how I
one's
feel about
probably
that one.
the very least.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know how
another
I
one I
feel
want
about
to
it either.
test.
Because it just seems bad. That one also just seems kind of bad.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of in a counterspell war anyway, and when you cast it, if you're stopping your opponents from winning, they already have no more mana to win the game. And if you use it offensively, like countering your opponent's spells, if you counter the counter spell stopping your win, you
Your
already
win's
win the
still on the
game.
stack, and
Yeah,
they're also still able to just go over the top of it. Like there's
yeah,
not really a use case where you can defend yourself with the silence reliably.
yeah. Alright, so this card might be mid, might be good. We don't know. That's why it's a maybe CDH card.
Needs testing.
Next one is Long Goodbye. This is a colorless and a black for an instant. This spell can't be countered. This includes by the by the ward ability. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. It's a little goofy. It's a little silly.
It's interesting. I feel like
I
it will
wanted to.
probably replace some other removal spells in
I'm
like
gonna
mono
slot it
black
into
decks.
Talion. It's gonna go into
Yeah.
Talion. Because I have the deck has a big flaw against Sisay, and this does what you want against Sisay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is great in decks that don't have access to like abrupt decay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think no
Uncounterable
color
removal is
black
phenomenal.
decks want this.
yeah.
I
I think
think.
we're all in agreement that it might see some play, but it's just a cheap kill spell.
Yeah.
Your most decks are gonna play like one or two of these, so it just depends on what you're looking for. Next
Yep.
card. Oh, I love these. These are A tier, S tier even. The Surveil
The
lands,
more the more I think about them, the more interesting they are.
they're gas. Okay, so they're lands that are tutorable. They have the
Yep.
basic land types. They enter the battlefield tapped, and then when they ETB, you get to surveil one. They're insane. I'm saying it. I'm hyped. Um, I did
I
a
think you play one in a deck most likely.
yeah. I
I
bought
don't
the
think you
blue
can
black one.
afford more than
And
that.
I have it in Angel Cats right now. I'm testing it, and it won me the game. I fetched for the blue black one, put the surveil trigger on the stack, cast uh, a worldly tutor, got an Atraxa, binned the Atraxa, reanimated the Atraxa.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
Um,
these have
so that's
potential in
sick.
the right color schemes. Like depending on how you build your deck, you can take advantage of these,
Yeah,
or you cannot.
High day, baby.
High Day is also a deck. That's why I bought the blue black one because it's gonna go in
Yeah.
High Day.
Pietro
Yeah,
really likes these.
Yes, Pietro also loves these.
I think they're fine in
Turns
a lot
out,
of
just says
just
draw a card.
generally a lot of dual color decks that don't really need to play them. Just another fetchable
Yeah,
target that
Yeah,
taps
yeah,
both
the only
colors.
downside is the ender tapped.
Yeah, but you
Like,
just
yeah.
do the
Which
thing where like if you have a window to fetch and you don't need the mana, like if you're fetching on end step, you fetch
yeah.
them in the same way you would do a triome in a tricolor deck.
Yeah.
yeah, like
They're definitely interesting.
I was keeping track in the last game I played yesterday at Aegis. I was watching Alan because Alan was like, "It's just too slow of lands." In that game, there was 2 times he end stepped for a land and didn't use the mana for it. So that's 2 times he could have got one of these lands and maybe fix his top card to draw a different card.
Yep.
So like I think
they'll see some play in the format.
yeah. And in modern, they're giving decks a 6.4% better win rate. So in theory,
Yeah,
you'll become the best CDH player in the world if you put this in your deck.
well,
Unless
You
your
heard
win
it here.
percentage is really bad, and then it might make you an average CDH player.
So you're telling me I can get up to a normal win rate by running these? I'm sold.
Yes. Alright, next card. Slime Against Humanity. It's a 2 colorless green sorcery. Create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total number of cards you own in exile and in your graveyard that are oozes, or named Slime Against Humanity. A deck can have any number of cards named Slimed Against Humanity. This isn't a
Bailey,
CDH card.
this is not a CPDH card.
This
I don't
there's
understand why we're looking at this card. It's funny.
Nick
It's
told
This
me
is
silly.
like when I tried to build the Hinata Dragons approach
yes.
deck. That's
We
like,
have to talk about anything that says you can have any number of them because of Thrumming Stone.
Yeah.
I don't think this one's good enough
Yeah.
for Throwing Stone, Bailey.
I agree. Nick told me put Slime Against Humanity on the list. It's Secret Falco
I
tech,
was joking.
Oh God.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
have
on the list.
yeah, so I'm like a Falcospara connoisseur, as we know. And I've been going through Mockfield lists just every now and then to see if people are doing anything new. And I've seen like 15 Falcospara lists just chock full of this card, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Doubt their CDH lists.
They're not, but like every now
But
and then there's one that's like all the mana rocks, all the fast mana, the counter spells, and then 30 slime against humanities. And I'm like,
But it's
why?
funny, Nick.
Why are we doing this to
Thrumming
ourselves?
Stone. You don't want to cast 30 Slime Against Humanities in one turn?
I fear.
okay, we're moving on.
Oh, thank God.
We have Crime Novelist. It's a 2 colorless and a red goblin bard, so he likes having sex.
Guys,
1/3.
hear me out.
Whenever you sack an artifact, put a counter on him and add a red.
Dockside.
Okay, hear me out. Oh no, your
This
treasure's
card
half for
makes me
2.
laugh.
Just play Kinnan.
Yeah, like, this card
I don't
has so much hype around it.
I don't think you can justify the value at a 3-drop unless your deck is doing something in the command zone relevant to this.
Yeah, like, I think this is, like, really good in, like, Dahada, possibly. Or Dahada
Maybe.
might be too fast for this.
It's definitely too fast for this.
Let's get him Prosper.
A
Yeah.
bad Prosper, but yeah.
I've seen people trying to fit this into like Corvold, and I just don't think it works with the game plan.
Yeah.
Because at the point where you have enough treasures to do anything with this, you're probably drawing enough cards to win anyway, so it's more of a win more situation.
It definitely feels win more.
True. Yeah, so I think this card's bad.
I also think this card is bad.
Overhyped.
I agree with this card too. This is Doorkeeper Thrall. It's a colorless and a white. It's a 1/2 flash flying. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. It's a Thrall.
Hear me out. This is the best version of a bad effect that we've seen so far.
Yes, it is the best version of a Hushbringer effect, but
It's not
Hushbringer
good.
effects are bad.
Yeah.
The
Like it
hype
is the
around
best
this card,
version of a bad card.
the hype around this card is the only thing keeping me off of Brago right now. Because I know people are gonna run this because it's new and they think it's
Oh
good.
yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just absolutely slam dunks on everything I would ever be trying to do in Brago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
this
I
also
think
just
that's the
kills
problem is,
Rocco, sadly.
yeah, especially in our meta up here, people aren't going to be playing this card because they revolve around their dockside loops and everything like that, and their
And
artifact
pivot and
loops.
such.
Yeah. Uh, so we're not going to see it a lot. But like I imagine in a stacks here where stacks is a relevant thing, it's going to see more play, but maybe not even then because you're supposed to play cards to win the game, and a lot of those are
Theory.
ETBs.
Yeah, like Crater Hoof doesn't work.
Yeah,
One of the
like
best stacks win cons.
I don't know where this card fits in.
I can tell
Not
you
very
that
many decks.
actually, it's Jetmir. It's always been Jetmir.
It's always been Jetmir.
Does it though?
It does.
It fits
Jetmir
pretty
does.
well in Jetmir.
No,
Jetmir
like
just
it's
doesn't
good
care.
in
He just
Jetmir.
tosses bodies on the field until they're all like 8 damage double strikers and beats your head in.
Yeah,
This one is flying. Like
yeah, I guess
honestly,
that's
in
fair.
Jetmir, the ability is just there. I feel like the flying almost matters more than the ability in Jetmir.
Yeah, I just know Jetmir has some relevant ETBs
Side.
He has a couple,
like
but
Dockside, Skyclave, but
he also doesn't care as much about losing them as most
yeah,
decks will.
yeah. So I think this card got way too much hype, but
And
Yeah.
in Jetmir, this prevents your opponents from gaining protection with the One Ring.
true.
Hey, look at that.
Value.
Value.
Okay, this card's the best card in the set. It's Follow the Bodies. It's 2 colorless and a blue
Oh
sorcery.
God.
It has Gravestorm, and then it investigates. Gravestorm, for you guys who don't know, is whenever you cast a spell, copy it for each permanent put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn. It's gas.
Yeah,
Let's be
baby.
real. Okay, it's not gas, but I'm excited for it because I think,
It's definitely interesting.
yeah, I think it has a lot of potential, and people are just blind, and they're like, no, it's bad. But
Clues are quite strong.
I'm gonna try it in Jaheira, which turns all your tokens into mana rocks. So you can like
Yeah.
copy it dockside, sack all your treasures, cast this. You get a copy for each treasure you sacked, getting all that much clues, and then it's you get to tap the clue to draw a card. So you just get to sack the clue to draw a card. So it's like a mini Adnaz in a sense in that deck. I don't know if that's good enough, but
Yeah, you could do
it's
some interesting.
interesting
That's
enough to
that
me.
would be Simic colored, correct?
Yeah, blue green.
Yeah, you could do some
It's
interesting
definitely
stuff with that.
interesting.
There's also
Yeah, and then you
there's the
can.
new blue card that reduces artifact costs by 1 on your
Yep.
turn or something along those lines.
Yeah, and
And
then you
to
just
catch
net
too.
mana then with the clues.
Yeah. No,
Oh, you get to
it's
keep the treasures, the treasure mana for that
it's
line.
interesting. Yeah, I think the worst part about the card is that it's blue. If this wasn't a blue card,
Yeah,
there'd be a lot more hype around the card.
yeah. Like if it was a green card, people go
Oh yeah.
bananas.
People would be going nuts over the card.
Yeah,
But for blue, it's just another card advantage spell.
yeah.
Not a phenomenal one at that.
I don't want to say I bought a foil full art one, but I bought a
You bought
foil
a
full
foil
art one.
for one.
Oh God, Bailey.
All right, Archdruid's
Okay,
Charm.
now we've hit a good card.
We got green, green, green instant. Choose one. Search your library for a creature card or land card and reveal it. Put it onto the battlefield tapped if it's a land card. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Or exile target artifact or enchantment. This card's good. Let's be real.
A little bit. I mean,
So
it's one of the
there's
most versatile tools Green's got in a long
yeah,
time.
there's this magic card in the game called Gaia's Cradle.
There is.
Most of the time when you get it out, you win the game in green. Um, that's like
Just
a really good signal that you're in a good spot is when you have Gaia's Cradle out. It's also a fight spell. Oh, you activate Yisan. I flash an Oppo. I would like to pay 3 mana, put a counter on my Yisan, making him a 3/4, so he doesn't die to Bowmasters easier, and kill your Oppo.
I would like to
Yeah,
cast my
this card
Rocco,
is kind of
and
just
then
Yisan's wet dream.
I I
oh,
would
I
like
can't wait to put
to
this in Rocco.
accidentally exile your One Ring. Oops, sorry.
Oops.
Womp womp.
This card's insane. It's really good, and I
Yeah,
still
this
don't
card
have one.
is
But good thing I don't play green decks. I'm
No, if
currently
you
fair
want
enough.
playing a
one, I
green
think I've
deck.
got
I
one.
need to get one. I should
Yeah,
pick one up for Rocco.
yeah, I've
You
seen
know
it
the
get played once, and it killed a Dranith, so that's pretty good.
I
Maybe you
did.
should play it in Elsha.
Well,
yeah.
I
Just
think
play it
there's
in
one
Elsha.
slight problem with that.
You mean you can't play this in Elsha and you can't play Dockside and Shorekai? It's
Kinda
crazy.
lame, dude.
No, the issue is that there's no good creatures for me to search up in Elfshot because I don't play creatures.
Hey, look, it's another green spell that does 3 things.
Hi guys, it's Pick Your Poison. It's a green sorcery. Choose one. Each opponent sacks an artifact, or each opponent sacks an enchantment, or each opponent sacks a creature with flying. I've seen this
How
card
would you
cast.
like to 3 for one of your opponents?
I've I've heard this spell get cast once, and it was yesterday by Jeremy. He walked over. He's like, "I won my game," and he was like, "I had a turn to Pick Your Poison. It destroyed a Rhystic Study and 2 Mystic Remoras."
Ew.
Yeah, that is
And
like
I
the
was just like,
peak of the
"Oh,
card.
okay." The card's gas.
There's so
Or
few enchantments run in CDH that they're all so potent that just being able to
Yeah.
obliterate them is phenomenal.
yeah, or
Yeah,
you
this card
even
has a
choose
really low floor though.
yes, where it kills one thing.
Yeah,
But even 1 mana kill something's probably fine.
but it's not
I'm
even
also
if it doesn't destroy it, it allows your opponent to sacrifice.
yeah,
So you don't even get to pick what you're removing.
yeah, the wet dream, the biggest wet dream I have with this is you're against like Tivit and then 2 Crom decks, and you kill 2 Croms and Tivit for 1 mana.
Well, that would be hilarious.
Yeah,
It also
that's
catches
where I want
Malcolm
to
in the
play the card.
crossfire and Francisco.
True. Not my boy, not my boy. This card's
Leave
bad. Don't
Frank
play it. Don't
alone.
play it. Don't
Yeah,
play it.
bad card, guys.
Play it.
Please. He did nothing. Okay, Nick, we see where you're.
Hey, it
Shoot
also
the
kills Falco's
bird.
Far.
Falco's got a shield counter. It doesn't save
Does
him from
shield
being
counter get around
sacrificed.
sacrifice?
It doesn't save
Alright,
him.
this card's
Good
bad. We can
God.
probably just skip it. We don't need to
No,
talk
this
about
card
it.
is
Oh
the
yeah, this card
nuts.
sucks.
This is the fucking nuts. Every
This
Okay,
time
card
I
is
have
so
played this
good.
card, it has drawn me so many cards. It
this
is
card is called
the
Trouble
card.
in Pairs. It's 2 colorless, white, and a white enchantment. Whenever an opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, draws their second card each turn, or casts their second spell each turn, you draw a card. And text that definitely doesn't matter at all. If an opponent would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead.
I want to see a Final Fortune accidentally cast into this card.
Yeah.
That is also
Um.
something I'm hoping to see while playing it. But I've gotten it out 2 games with Elsha so far, and both times it has drawn an immense amount of cards because people just overlook it and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that'll trigger every now and then a turn cycle goes by and I put 7 more cards in my hand." It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it seemed pretty good the one time I saw Nick play it, but I have a platform, so I'm gonna throw some political slander out here.
Oh
This
no,
card
it's a
is
4 mana card advantage spell. It's bad, guys.
this card is bad. Let me take infinite extra turns. I figured out a
No.
Fibblefib line where I'm gonna take infinite extra turns. If I see Trouble in Pairs, I'm putting a 12 gauge in my mouth and pulling the trigger.
Oh god. Is this your new Fibblefip line? Is where you take infinite extra
Inf-
turns?
yes.
Oh god, Bailey.
If I see Trouble in Pairs, I will end my life, Nick. I want you to know that.
Well, this is going to see
Noted.
play in most white decks in the format.
But it is
My
also a 4 mana value engine, so I'm not sold on it yet. I'm sold on Smothering Tithe now. Talion still bad in the 99. The One Ring hasn't been in my last 2 decks that I've built, if that has to say anything. But this one might make it through.
I mean, this has the potential to draw 9 cards a turn rotation.
Yeah,
9 cards in a
it
single.
has potential to draw
It
more.
you can draw way more because each opponent can trigger each mode
Oh
or
yeah.
each mode on every turn, besides the attacking
So
one,
it's
obviously.
25 or it's 15 cards per
Yeah, the ceiling is
rotation.
an absurd number of cards. in a single
Yeah.
rotation.
21
Yeah.
cards per rotation
I think the
is the
card's
ceiling.
good. It's just 4 mana, and I don't like 4 mana.
Yeah.
Anyways, definitely not playing a 10-drop, take an extra turn spell and Fibblefib.
No, you would never be doing such a thing.
Final Word Phantom. 2 colorless and a blue for a 1/4 Spirit Detective. He has
Hear
Flash,
me out.
Flying. During each opponent's end step, you may cast spells as though they had Flash. Just one more thing. That's its flavor text.
Hear
Yippee!
me out. Timna Malcolm.
Yeah, that's the deck to put this in. I've been advocating that since I
Yeah.
saw this card, actually.
Just about the entire format was like, this card is good in Timna Malcolm and very few other decks.
I think you could advocate for Derevi as well. But
There's definitely some other decks where this could see play.
it's not a staple card that'll go in everything. You have to be built to be able to take advantage of it. You want to be playing a control heavy
Yeah.
list.
It's going to be
It's
a
kind of
play
how it
style that
goes.
people aren't used to, so a lot of people will play it improperly.
I'm in the opinion that it's bad. Mainly just because
I
I
mean,
think
it's
it's
not
good
as
in
good as
some
everyone
decks.
thinks it is.
I think it's going to be good in control decks.
Yep,
But
that's about it.
when you want to flash things in, it's typically on top of someone's win. So unless they're trying to win in someone else's end step or during their own end step, this doesn't help you.
Yeah.
So it's only really good in like the super slow mid-range decks or the control decks. Maybe Stacks wants it. I could see
I
Stacks
don't
kind of
think
wanting it.
so, no. Because
Like
if you want to flash effects and stacks, you want it so you can blow out people's turns. This
well,
doesn't
I'm
do
just
that.
saying like it helps you break parity a little bit with rule law.
Kinda.
Because that's a problem Stacks has is you play a rule law, the game takes 9 years, but
Sure.
eventually someone removes the rule law and you lose the game. But being able to play
Re-win the
cards each
game.
turn, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this fits into any control shell that also takes advantage of having a flying body, which is why
yeah,
I was looking at Timnidex and Derevi
Timna.
specifically, because it's going to be more triggers for both of those decks, in addition to just being able to hold up all your mana for interaction and then develop your board on someone's end step when it's safe to do so.
yeah, that's
Kind
fair.
It
Yeah.
kind of prevents you from
The,
ever letting your shields down.
the only issue is if you leave mana up and you don't have stuff to do with it that's instants and someone removes it. And now you're sad because you wasted an entire turn
Mm-hmm.
doing nothing.
Well, it wouldn't have been doing nothing because if you're trying to hold up interaction and someone goes to remove it, you probably have interaction, so you could. And also, if
Yeah,
people
but
are
I'm just
if
saying,
people are flinging removal on this, I think I'm cool with that. I don't
I
like.
imagine people will misplay the card to the point where like they'll just play pass go rather than hold up specifically interaction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people will get turned off of the card for that reason.
which
Oh,
is
another
fine.
thing that I don't like about him, his mustache.
Wow, that's
Man,
just rude, honestly.
look at the coral on that thing; it's immaculate. How can you hate on his
It is
mustache?
immaculate.
He's got a monocle too, Bailey. I think it's
No,
hard to
I
tell.
like
It's
his
all blue.
monocle maybe. I like his potential monocle, but his mustache, I think he's trying to do too much, you know?
This irks you.
Yeah. Well, he's like just one more thing, and it's like you already have the mustache. You're clearly trying to rip off Sherlock Holmes here, but you died. You're bad at your job. You don't
I
need
think
the
that
mustache.
do they print a Sherlock Holmes-esque card in this set?
No. Anyway, next card. We have Duskana, the Rage Mother. It's a 2 colorless, a red, a green, and a white. It's a 5/5 bear. When Duskana, the Rage Mother, enters battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control with base power and toughness 2/2. Whenever a creature you control with base power or toughness 2/2 attacks, it gets +3/+3 till end of turn. This card
Like,
is mid.
it is mid. It's interesting. It's an interesting food chain commander.
Yeah, I put
Like
it.
Who
infinite
was it?
infinite mana
Super into the Brandon.
and
Super on
you.
this card.
Yeah, Brandon has a deck. It's a stacks deck. I don't believe it's
Oh,
on food chain anymore.
if it's a
So it's
stack
just,
stack, the deck's bad. Sorry,
dude,
Brandon.
we're on a stacks kick over here. Is the problem?
There are a
We're all
couple
playing
Yeah.
stack
stacks
stacks in our
decks.
local. Well, I'm not, but
Well,
Well,
Elsha's bad because we're all playing stacks.
I don't know.
yeah.
I just don't think Naya stacks is the way to take Naya right now.
No, it's not. But this deck is cool. I played against it, and on turn 4, I got attacked for 20.
It
So that's
jumps you
6.
so hard, dude.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you play it, draw
I
3 cards, and then you just get beat your meat in.
I've looked at lists. I've definitely looked at the deck. I look at every Naya commander that comes out
We know, you're an addict.
a little bit, and this just isn't quite there.
I'm so confused.
Why?
Because I said I sorted the list on, like, playability, and I don't know why I have Descana so high up.
It's probably one of the most playable commanders in the set.
Next card. Oh, it's the last card.
Oh,
It's
it's
this is the
the
Downy.
last
card.
card.
I think so. There might be one more. I don't know. Downy, Streetwise Lookout. It's 2 colorless and a white for a 2/2. Creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. If an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, that ability triggers an additional time.
This card is overhyped.
Uh, this card's based. It's only good in one deck. Just about. We're not going to
Timlin
name the deck.
Malcolm.
Okay, it's Timna Malcolm.
A
Let's
notable.
go.
I would like to nominate Derevi once again for being the recipient of a good
Correct.
card.
It is really good in Derevi, and that is about it.
Well, I do like the synergy with this and Displacer Kitten,
True.
That is a cool. Yes, that is a very nice synergy.
but
It
I
does
don't
hit
think that's good enough.
a large number of staples because we're looking at Displacer, Dockside, Esper,
Eternal
Bowmasters,
Witness,
Ewit,
Spellseeker.
yeah,
Stackers just
Spellseekers,
feels a little too
pretty
win more,
spicy.
right? Like unless your dock side's only ETBing for like 3.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
never really play Elish Norn as a way to double your ETBs. Like that's not why you're really playing it most of the time, unless you're Rocco.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that
which I'm considering Elishnorn still.
the first line of text is really big in any Tymna deck. Like
Yeah,
regardless of what other partner you're playing, I think she can slot into Tymna very well.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the only Timna deck it doesn't really belong in is Timna Krob. That deck is more than okay on card advantage
Yeah, Blue
and
Farm's
evasion.
probably fine without this.
yeah. But it's not terrible, like in it, right? Because
It's
you
definitely
hit 3
not bad in
people, and then you get 2 Timna
6
triggers,
cards.
drawing 6 cards.
Yeah, it's
Might be
definitely
good
not
This,
enough.
bad by any means.
what's Kinnon's power? For no
2.
particular reason.
2,
Interesting.
Yes, it
turns out
does.
Kinnon is a blue-green card.
Yes,
Thank
but in like a
God.
Bant deck. But yes, it does double the increased mana because that's a triggered ability of Kinnan.
Correct.
Yeah, but you could tuck her inside something that plays Kinnon inside if you also
Yeah,
have.
like hear me out. Derevi.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is. Alright.
She's also
We
kind of
broke
gas.
Kinnon, guys.
She's kind of gas with
Whoa,
Lagrilla.
crazy. Who?
Lagrilla, the magpie.
That's a card.
I have to bring it up every episode, I fear.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, Bailey, there's at least 2 cards left on this list because I can think of at least 2 cards that should be on the list.
That doesn't mean
well,
they're on
that's
the
Left
the
in the
last of
list.
set.
my slide.
Hey
Oh
guys, this
God.
triggers
Okay.
Bowcaster again.
Okay,
Right,
stop
yeah.
talking. What's the card?
Okay, Insidious Roots.
Are we still considering Tyam a CDH deck or?
Did you not see Tuca?
No,
Top
I know he
16, the
talked.
most recent. Dude, this card is dumb. Like,
Hold on.
this card
I'm
is just
literally killing
ridiculous.
myself being. I'm literally ending it all.
Why are you still using Bing? Oh my
I found it. Don't
god.
worry. It's black and a green enchantment. Creature tokens you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Whenever one or more creatures leave your graveyard, create a 0/1 green plant creature token and put a +1/+1 counter on each plant you control. This card's gas.
Yeah,
Entire.
In one deck.
true. Well, also in like Gave, which also just doesn't see play.
For a reason.
True.
I mean, the card
Notably.
is just ridiculous for an uncommon, right? Like,
Yeah, it's good. It's just not like good, you know?
it's going to
I
see
mean,
more play than
it's
some of the cards we put
alright.
on this list.
Mm,
Hey, Bailey,
Yeah.
Bailey. Hear me out,
what?
Bailey. And Dylan, you guys get it. So we're looking at Delny, right?
Yeah.
Oh
There's
God,
this
I
silly
know.
little card called Aboleth Spawn.
No, no,
No.
please.
But you could get 2 of each of your opponent's ETBs.
You're so right.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I would like to get 2 Thassa's Oracle triggers. Oh,
I'd
I
like
have
to
no response
scry.
for your demonic consultation. Oh no.
Oh no.
Fairy Mastermind is also a good one, though. Just throw
True.
that
Okay,
out there.
also, Forensic Gadgeteer will probably see play.
Oh,
Oh, that's the
yeah.
artifact reduce, the Kluk artifact
Yeah,
activation
I feel like
reducer,
that
right?
one should
Yeah,
most definitely be on the list.
it's probably good
What?
enough.
It's
Yeah.
forensic what?
Gadgeteer.
That's not a word.
Um,
It is a word. Also, we
Hold
can't
on.
see whatever you're looking at.
you could double kite sail triggers. I'm building Timna
Oh,
Malcolm, guys.
Forensic Gadgeteer
yeah.
is a 2 colorless and a blue. Fadalkin Artificer Detective. It's a 2/3. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate. That's pretty good.
But
Activated ability of artifacts you control costs 1 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana in that cost to less than 1. It's pretty good.
it's okay. I mean, like,
It makes Basalt Monolith combo, Grim Monolith combo.
yo,
There's another thing it combos with. Something.
Mana Vault.
Uh, there was something.
Is
I
there
forgot what
something?
it was. Yeah. It does something.
Something's in the way.
But yeah, this card's good. It's gonna give some more infinite mana outlets for like decks that play Kinnan Basalt in the main deck.
Okay,
You get
Urza
to
is
play
stupid.
Gadgeteer. It is really good in Urza. I played against Atlas while he was playing Urza, and this was good. It was good in there.
Atlas is playing Urza?
Well,
That's
not in
terrifying.
a tournament,
I
just
know.
just
I'd
for fun.
imagine not.
Me and Atlas are home dogs. We do things together sometimes.
Ah, yes. As you do.
I don't know how to
Mainly
feel
play
about that
Commander.
sentence.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's everything that I had to talk about. Is there anything else from the set that we needed to talk about?
yeah. The blue black octopus, what's it called?
No idea, but let me use my Bing search engine to find it out for you.
I would like to notably shout out Wojak Investigator for bringing Wojaks into the world of Magic the Gathering. It's even pointing at a
True.
card in the art. It's phenomenal.
Okay, I type in blue black octopus MTG, only getting mono blue octopuses.
I'm just getting blue and black octopuses. Like literally octopi that have blue and black rings.
Did you
So that's
type
not
in
helpful.
MTG?
I did now. That is a lot of mono blue octopi.
There's a lot of octopuses on my screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
This I'm looking at a Yu-Gi-Oh card right now. Oh, I see why you can't see. That's awkward. Um,
I like you just now fixed it. You're like
yeah. Let's go.
type
That
creature
still doesn't do what I need.
rarity.
I
I think it's
really
rare.
hate this.
Bing.
Color,
Bing,
multicolor.
bing, bing.
It's from the Commander set.
Alright, I'm gonna put my favorite card
It's not from the Commander set. Maybe it's a mythic.
up here while we do our things. It is from the Commander set. I
It
could
is
have swore.
Marvo, Deep Operative.
Marvo?
Marvo.
You have Marvo, dude.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Okay, I found. Never mind. They're headsets. Okay,
Oh,
Marvo isn't a real commander. If we're being real, just play Howdy. Um, but I'll read them out for the class.
true.
He's 3 colorless, blue and a black for a 1/8. He's an octopus rogue, so that's cool. Whenever he attacks, clash with defending player. Whenever you win a clash, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value 8 or less without paying your mana cost. Wow, it's so great.
And
Wow.
Clash.
Clash is you and your targeted opponent reveal the top card of your library. The one with the card with the highest CMC wins the clash.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So you're just drawing a card every turn, right?
only if you win.
What are the odds you lose?
Well, I mean, if you
Probably
do win,
pretty
you get to
high.
cast for free, right?
Yeah, but it's too many steps. Like High Day on ETB, you get to brainstorm, and then you just get to have a lingering, hey, if this dies, I can attempt to win. Where Marvo is, okay, I need to attack someone. It's a 1/8, so if they have enough creatures that can deal 8 damage, I won't be able to do the thing that I want.
No, it just has
And
to attack. Doesn't even have to do damage.
no, I know. But you have to attack, and then you have to win a clash, draw a card, and then you can cast it without paying its mana cost,
How
which
hard
is
could
fine.
it be?
I think it's hard.
I know. It's not a viable commander, but it's funny, maybe.
No, it is funny, but if we're being realistic,
Realistic. You saw some of the cards that were on the list, right?
Fibblefip, the Lost is a better commander than this.
Well, okay. Hold up. I
And
feel
you
like
have
that
access
one's a
to
little.
Thassa's Oracle Consult in Marvo.
Well,
I don't know if Fibblefip's a better. Is the new Fibblefip mono blue as well?
Yeah,
Same.
true. But that's okay. So I think that's it for all we have for this episode, which is sick. Anything you guys need to let everyone know about? Everyone, I mean the 3 people that listen.
not particularly, no. Except, please stop playing Drenith Magistrate. Please, 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 please.
Okay, hear me out. Oppo's a bad card. Just saying.
True. Oh, this is our political segment. Trouble in
Yeah.
pairs. Bad card. Bad card.
Fire card.
Yeah, Bailey.
Absolute banger.
Okay.
Just let me take infinite turns. It's Fibblefip. It's not that scary.
I don't care if it's Fibblefip. You're playing the deck.
I'm gonna cream my jorts.
Go for it.
Okay. Bye, guys.